Yo, what is up, my boys? It's your boy, give me the noodles here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to Yu-Gi-Oh! So, this is part 1. I'm going to teach you how to normal, special, Xyz, link, pendulum, synchro, and, tribute summon. I think that's all. I'm not sure if I left any out. And, fusion summon. So, let's get this started. So, let's start off with the normal summon. So, a normal summon can be conducted with one level 4 or lower monster, such as Doom Caliber Knight. Now, a normal summon is when one monster is placed on the field, face up. There's also a set, which is placing the card face down in defense position. So, that's a normal summon. Now, there's a second kind of normal summon, and that's called a tribute summon. Now, a tribute summon is card that's more than 4 stars. Now, if the card is if the card is 5 or 6, you only have to pay 1 tribute. If the card is more than 5 or 6, if it's more than 6, then you have to pay 2 tributes. For instance, let's say my Doom Caliber Knight, I can tribute that to summon Foucault's Cannon. Now, if you're wondering what this little bottom part is, we'll get into that later. But if I have Doom Caliber Knight, and let's say, Honest on the field, I can tribute both of them to summon something like Despair of Dark. Or, for you people that, don't know much about it, like, something like Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Dark Magician, etc. So, that's the normal and tribute summon. Let's get on to fusion summoning. So, let me get out the right deck for this. This might take a little bit, sorry for this. And we are back, so let's get on to fusion summoning. So, fusion summoning is normally conducted with 2 monsters and the spell card Polymerization, which fuses 2 monsters. So these can either be fused on the field or in the hand. Now to fuse them, you tribute them and summon their higher form. In this case, Dark Paladin by fusing Buster Blader and Dark Magician. When the fusion summon is complete, Polymerization leaves the field. Now, let's take, for instance, a different kind of summoning. Like, for the card, Elder Entity Nis. Say we have number 39 Utopia and DDD Gust King Alexander. So we can banish these 2 cards to special summon Elder Entity Nis. Alright? And now I will be going over the regular special summon. So special summons can happen on different purposes. Now, fusion summoning is a special summon. Lots of other summons are special summons. But, for instance, if I summon the monster Goblinberg, under a special condition, I can summon a level 4, which is switching it in defense position. Or, let's see here, cards like, try and find it, cards like Monster Reborn, which I have, can bring back a card from the graveyard. So, it's pretty much you can summon a monster with special conditions, such as cards like the Super Heavy Samurai archetype, which most of them, you can either special summon them from the hand, if there's no spell or trap cards, or they can attack while in defense mode, which is mainly for the synchros. Now, let's get on to the pendulum summon. Now, with Master Rules Set 3, this is the way to pendulum summon. You have 2 pendulum scales. Pendulum monsters are half spell and half monster, as you can see by the bottom. They have 2 effects, or just flavor text in the bottom. So the first effect is their pendulum effect right here, which also has the pendulum scale. These are the pendulum crystals, as I call them, or the pendulum pendants, whatever you want to call them. And you can build a pendulum scale with them. So 1... to time, we have Stargazer Magician to time, Stargazer Magician's 1 to Time Gazer Magician's 8. So you can summon monsters with the levels of 1 through 8. So that means I can summon something like Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, perform a How Long Phone Bowl, perform a Palmono Carpet, or perform a Pal King Bear. You cannot summon monsters over the pendulum scale. There's a limit of levels. So, now, let's get on to XC summoning. There are a few different ways of XC summoning. The first way is overlaying. If I were to overlay 2 level 4s, I could summon a rank 4 monster, such as number 39 Utopia, which takes in its name 2 level 4, not in its name, but in its description, 2 level 4 monsters, fulfilled by Go 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 Golem and Ganbara Knight. Now, let's get on to the other kind. So, with the effect of number S39, Utopia Prime, I can overlay my Utopia and its overlay units to summon it, which is pretty much overlaying it with itself. That's how you get Utopia Prime. Now next is rank up magic. I can have Utopia on the field and activate rank up magic limited Barion's Force. By discarding its overlay units, I can summon from my extra deck number C39, Utopia Ray V. Once the summon is done, you can send the rank up magic to the graveyard. So, it's pretty much 2 monsters of the same level. Overlay them like this. Then place the monster of the rank that corresponds to the 2 levels or stars, if you want to call them that. And it's not always 2, it's 2 or more. Or in some cases 1 with chaos numbers. Now there's also CXCs and numbers, like number 39 Utopia. But worry about numbers in a later episode. So let's get on to the next summon, which is Synchro Summoning. Now let's get on to Synchro Summoning and Tuner Monsters. Tuner Monsters are what's used to Synchro Summon. So cards like Speedroid, Domino Butterfly, or the Resonator archetype. There are also Synchrons. This is a Synchron Resonator, which is another archetype, but if you don't know what an archetype is, we'll get into that on another episode, sorry. So, Synchro Summon is conducted by using 1 tuner and 1 monster, 1 or more non-tuner monsters, that fits the level of the monster. So if I were trying to summon a level 7 monster, I could use Aether, the evil empowering dragon, with a level of 6. I could use Foucault's Cannon with a level of 5. Speedroid Domino Butterfly with a level of 2, which is our tuner. And now, by tributing them both, I can summon a powerful monster known as Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, the Dimension Dragon. We'll get into that later. Or I could use Red Eyes Toon Dragon and Synchron Resonator, tribute them both to summon Scarlight Hidden Red Dragon Archfiend. Now, a quick thing I left out about Pendulum monsters is that once they're destroyed, they go to your extra deck. So, like my Speedroid Domino Butterfly goes to the extra deck face up after it's destroyed, tributed, or removed from the field. Not removed from play. Removing from play is banishing, which we'll get on to in another episode. And now, we're going to be getting on to Link Summoning. Link Summoning is using certain types of monsters to do things. It's like XC Summoning, but without overlaying. So let's see how you would summon Decode Talker. I would need three effect monsters. 2 or more effect monsters, but that means 3. So by tributing these 3 effect monsters, I can summon Decode Talker to my pendulum, to my extra monster zone. Now, you may notice that Link monsters have these weird little pointy things. Those are Link arrows. Now, Link arrows, wherever they point to, you can summon another monster with the right materials. So, a card like Honeybot that can take 2 Cyburst monsters. So, let's say I had on the field Rom Clouder and Draconet. So with these 2 monsters, I contribute them both. Summon Honeybot, which Link Arrows can allow me to summon Proxy Dragon from Exerion Universe and Raikou Lightsworn Hunter. Now, these cards are just examples. You don't have to specifically summon them with these materials. And that's how you Link summon. Now let's get on to Pendulum Summoning Part 2. Now this is for the new format with Link monsters. Now Pendulum monsters are a little bit different now. Instead of being in their own pendulum zones, which they kind of still are, they're in their own pendulum zones in the spell in Trap Zone. So I can make a pendulum skill in my spell and Trap Zone with Dragon Pulse Magician and Dragon Pit Magician. Same logic applies. You can summon monsters in your normal monster zone. And with that, you can tribute all 3 of these. Summon Decode Talker. Or any Link monster at that. Now that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, click the like button. If you want to see more of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Related content, then leave a comment in the comment section below. Hope you're having a nice day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.